4 in the morning, I'm thinking about money. I need it, I want it, I can't even sleep. Could be gone any moment, know the cops looking for me. I'm not stopping or slowing, cause I gotta eat.
Y'all gonna make me address this message by message, or y'all gonna keep sending it? So I just figure I'll do this video since my views are still like over 2,000 people for like the third day in a row. No, I don't have any family that was on stage with me. Most of the people that was up there is my colleagues. I thought some of those people on stage was my family or friends. I be thinking a lot of people in battle rap is my family, or I could call family and friends, and that's just not the case every single time. These are just lessons learned in life, bro. I just feel like if you've been through life, you know like this happens. And to be quite honest, it has to happen the way it happened for me to, my eyes to just be open. I just became a little bit naive since I came back and how people operate, how people truly feel about me and shit like that. So I just feel like kind of grateful, and I just hope everybody be blessed. You know, I'm not mad, but I don't have family either. So let's clear it up.
Shout out to the trappers. We are back lit. It's D out of Hitman, battle rap trapping. We definitely got the streets. All right, I'm finally home from Houston, man. Shout out to all the trappers I saw out there at Bulletproof, at the Culture Fest, Houston Barcode event, man. It wasn't nothing but love out there. I had a great, amazing time this weekend, man. And to be honest, I needed that, you know what I mean? But I wanted to wrap up some of the stories from this weekend, man. First of all, we already know what happened with Official and Coffee. And you just saw Coffee's most recent statement. So while I'm sure she isn't over the whole situation, she is at least back promoting her big battle this weekend out there in London. Summer Madness coming, you feel me? She's headlining T-Top's By the Pound event. So that's something else dope for the culture going on. But meanwhile, something I wasn't able to report because I was traveling is Official side to the story. After the event, Coffee was very vocal about wanting her fade and all that. I did a video on it, but Official did address that on her Twitter with this tweet right here saying, "Stop letting Coffee lie to y'all. I ain't left ish on red. That B-word never pulled the F up." She's referring to Coffee basically saying, "I was trying to get my fade for about 14 hours and Official was not with it." She actually shows the screenshots they had. Okay, looking at this, you see Coffee and Official were already having a conversation the day before. I put those screenshots in my other blog where Coffee's basically saying, "You want to do this at the Culture Fest? You want to just line it up on some G-ish? My people's been trying to hit your man or whoever so we could just get this out the way before it go any further." Official hits her the following morning at 10:07 and says, "Good morning, where you at?" Coffee responds, "Home 2 Suites. I can get to wherever though. We mobile today." And then she gives the address and says, "It's low-key far from the telly, but I gotta go back and get my bag. So where you want to meet to link? Or you could get here." Official responds, "I mean, if you gotta come here anyway, but we definitely running a fade. I owe you that." Coffee responds, "You at the normal one? Bet. The 4-point, 4th floor?" Official responds, "B-word, you coming to the room to fight or something? Why the floor matter?" Coffee Brown says, "Give me 30 minutes. And I guess that's the last time they talked. I did see Piper Boy hint that something might be going on today where Official's gonna address something. He actually said she's gonna drop some type of bomb. He wasn't specific that it had something to do with Coffee, but it's safe to assume that it might, considering everything going on. Now, I will waste my breath saying I hope these ladies figure this out peacefully and all that, but it's already violent, so all I'll say is I hope nobody's life gets altered in any way, shape, or form or fashion because it is just battle rap, hoping that people can learn a lesson from this whole situation about saying anything about their opponent dead, regardless if it's a mother, regardless if it's a baby father, regardless if it's a sister, brother, uncle, let's just all calm down and have some type of morals and principles with this whole thing, you know what I mean? You're already saying the craziest stuff in the world. Why talk about people's dead relatives? All right, we're gonna see where that go though, but moving on to the main event of the weekend, the very fire battle between Hitman, Holla, and Murda Mook. First off, I love the battle. I had it Mook 2-1, but I can understand people who have it Holla 2-1, or maybe even Mook 3-0 is that type of battle. Right now, we're gonna talk about probably the most controversial part of the battle, which is Hitman Holla's third round. Now, Hitman took to Twitter after the battle, responding to fans, posting receipts, and even did a space that's already on the channel. I go through all the other stuff now, though. Check out the space when y'all got time. I'm gonna start with this tweet right here. Hitman Holla says, "It was only one battle rapper spitting facts on that stage. Now defend this." And he actually shows a police report from the New York County Clerk's office, and it has the full details of the situation, which I believe is the one that went viral. It says, "On December 25th, 2023, a neighboring tenant sent me an email about conduct she had observed from defendant Ankrum, which is Murda Mook. Specifically, she detailed observing screaming coming from the apartment in the hallway immediately outside the apartment. When the tenant opened the door, she saw defendant tenant in fear and defendant Ankrum hitting the minor child who was inside the apartment apartment and throwing her into the wall as the child yelled out in pain and begged him to stop hitting her. Finna Ankrum was also yelling during this whole incident, which scared the neighboring tenant. A copy of an incident report memorializing this email, redacted of contact information, annexed here to Exhibit J. Now, I'm not going to read this whole entire document. He did post this on Twitter. I'll try to put the link in the comment box if he still has this tweet. I know he deleted some of his tweets already. And I can understand why, man, because him and Mook don't necessarily have beef. And I think that he posted this more for the fans who were saying that he was lying than to actually continue bashing Mook after the battle. All right, now let's keep moving. Views from Vlad said, this N-word Hitman Holla rent shaming. I wish my rent was $950, laugh out loud. Hitman Holla says, this is why it's clear hate. How I'm rent shaming an N-word that keep telling me it costs more to live in his apartment than my house. Y'all let N-word say anything to me, and then when I bring facts to play, I say it's like this. I'm always in a lose-lose. Game Time Social responds and says, because in NY, $950 gets you a cardboard and a park bench. Rent in NY is higher than mortgages in at least half the country. Hitman Holla actually posts what seems to be some type of lease agreement with the caption, I'm sick of you D-eating under everybody post. Now what you gonna say? You see how you loud and wrong? I'm sitting here telling you to go look for yourself. You rather make me make you look stupid. Now go run along. And he posted a document that says 17th and 10th Associates LLC versus Naisha Bolden. I'm assuming that this is implicating that this is Murda Mook's female who he said the house name was in because it couldn't be in Mook's house. When I do zoom in, it has an address. It actually has the starting and ending dates of this lease agreement, which was 2008 to 2010. So it's a 2-year lease. And it does say your monthly rent for the apartment is $945. So the situation that Hitman Holla was referring to in the battle is an older situation, so maybe that's why the rent is so low. He also said that it was a Section 8 situation. I'm not sure how Hitman got all of this information, but he did provide documents on his Twitter regarding all that. So respectfully to Mook, everybody who's saying that Hitman's third is straight cap, at least take the time to look into it before you just say the man lying, you feel me? Now Max says, this is hard to read, but it says 2008 I see. $950 ain't getting you a studio out here now or even close. Hitman Holla responds and says, same apartment as the World Star video that went viral. Section 8. What's so hard for y'all to comprehend about this? You can't brag about living better than N-words and really don't be living better than N-words with government assistance. All right, so that's why I'm gonna stop as far as the documents go. He did put something on his Instagram when he was actually rapping in the third round regarding the whole college female situation. But out of respect for Murda Mook, I'm not even gonna touch on that. Y'all could do your own homework on that situation. I just wanted to give some extra context. You know what I'm saying? I didn't get a chance to do all that in my recap. I might do another recap with the team. Y'all let me know if y'all want to do that. Since the battle dropped, I got to rewatch it twice already. You know what I mean? But once again, shout out to Mook for a phenomenal performance. He been doing the victory lap over there on IG where he posted this. It's a video with the caption that says, homie wanted this battle for 4 years. Well, check the clock. When I was actually putting this together at the end, divine time, #easy, full battle out on YouTube now. And I can't play the full video, but I'm gonna show y'all the clips that matter in this joint. You know what I mean? I ain't trying to get copywritten. Check this out.
Hitman talking like he in a different kind of bag. Thought his arsenal was good, so a different kind of cash. You let somebody shake and rush off in a battle beat you. Can you imagine how bad I beat you?
I let URL play the father figure. It wasn't none of this crying in the beginning. A smack had to make you holler, nigga.
Alright, man, so right now, as we speak, Hitman Holla vs. Murda Mook is sitting at a whopping 710,000 views in one day, a little bit over 24 hours. You know what I'm saying? This is history we seeing right here. I think it'll be at 1 million by this time tomorrow, man. So whatever they doing, whatever promo they doing, whatever they did before the battle, in the ring, all of that leads to the success and numbers of this battle right here. And this is what I would call battle rap history. Whether people want to accept it or not, big stage battle rap is the best kind of battle rap. This was a heavyweight match, and it was history, man. All right, y'all, let me know what y'all think in the comments, though. It's battle rap trap. We got the streets.
We out here chillin', reminiscing, sippin' Henny, smoking sour, leaving flowers for the day. Shit ain't been the same since you left. Hit me like a hole in a chair. We out here chillin', reminiscing, sippin' Henny, smoking sour, leaving flowers for the day. Shit ain't been the same since you left. Hit me like a hole in a chair.
My mama told me there'd be days like this and she ain't lie. It's not even 10 a.m. and I'm drinking and getting high. I'm doing whatever to keep me from saying bye. I can hear my grandmother right now, like, take your time. I'm hoping to make her cry. I was praying it wasn't true, but knowing it was your time was sick when I got the news. My grandpops and pops, goddamn, I'ma miss them too, cause they taught me to be a man, and now I'm raising a few. Remember smoking with Josh, busting that 50, y'all. Living like tomorrow was promised and many more, but now in your memory, I'm letting this Henny pour for all my people that's gone. I'm doing this shit for y'all from the heart.
We out here chillin', reminiscing, sippin' Henny, smoking sour, leaving flowers for the day. Shit ain't been the same since you left. Hit me like a hole in a chest.